last week on the Glass Cannon podcast.
This is it.
Shit.
This is Kanipo. You're here.
I'm afraid.
So here we go. Let's see what old Kanipo can do. Take Kanips out for a spin.
Oh, no.
First thing Kanipo's going to do is rake a claw across Zephyr's face.
Oh, no.
Us is going to run up, straight up in a line, and do a spell strike.
Right there.
It steps out of that space and appears over on the other side of the room near Zephyr.
So I don't hit it.
You don't hit it. They just reach out their arms. You see your shadows on the floor begin to lift off the floor and pull towards Kanipo's.
This is what he was doing.
Hands.
Assuming the elves' shadows.
Yeah.
So I'll reload, shoot.
Reload. Fire!
Natural 1.
Oh!
Little forerunner. First, I'm going to do a claw on Asta with Kanipo, the slim. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
I'm down so many hit points.
You just go to dying one. First action.
I'm dying as well.
All right, so Buggles and Zephyr go to dying 2.
I'm not having fun anymore.
No.
It was fun for a while. Yeah.
Fun for a minute there.
It is Talitha's turn.
She's like, so Talitha from wakes up from the spill. It's like, handshake and grabs the crossbow, snaps a bolt, and is like,
Blinking the sweat and blood out of her eyes.
boom.
Kanipo the Slim gets pinned up against the cave wall and starts slowly sliding down. They smile and they grab Buggles. Welcome home. And they die.
The adventure continues
They were saying we can't get out.
now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Glass Cannon podcast. I'm thinking about getting an octopus.
No. What?
What?
Like hunting and catching one?
No.
A pet.
I'm gonna get him.
I assumed you'd have
get that octopus. You have one in mind?
I
Like,
assumed you
way.
had questions about
No.
this.
Is it Paul?
I just saw these videos have come up in my algorithm of a guy who he receives like baby octopuses in the mail and
Octopi?
like octopi, I guess, and raises them. And I'm like, I think I could get into that. Not a bunch.
Is it
Not a
because
bunch.
you want
like one?
Is it because you want advanced knowledge of future World Cup winners?
Is that what they do? They like pick.
There's one octopus.
One octopus. They're very smart. Some say they're aliens.
Yes.
But I think do they grow though to be like all large or
I think it depends on the octopus,
Yeah, it
right?
depends on the type.
Because I don't want to have to start getting larger
They also only live for like 3
tanks and stuff?
tanks.
Is
Yeah,
that
I don't
true?
want to deal with
Yeah,
big
if
tanks.
they could live as long as us, they
hold
would
on.
be.
Because I grew up
The
with,
rulers.
we had saltwater fish. We had a saltwater tank. And that is like, you got to do a lot of work for that. And if you're doing a saltwater tank, you got to think about that. You know, this isn't your average goldfish.
like
I
it's
just
like
want to
having a
domesticate
toddler.
an octopus. I don't understand why this needs to be so difficult.
What is the fecal matter of an octopus look like? What does it look like?
I'm going to Google
Imagine
that.
there's some ink involved.
You know they can like get
Not
out of
what-
there.
I don't think that's an octopus. That's a squid.
No, but octopuses squirt ink.
I think they do.
Yeah, they do when they're frightened.
Defense mechanism. They squirt it and then they leave.
This particular gentleman that I saw on the Instagram, when he first
gesturing at Joe like he's the guy. Joe, do you have octopi?
Busted. I get octopuses in the mail.
That's super easy then. He's right there.
right. Well, this is what I'm working
I have
towards.
no choice but to raise them as my own.
When he put it in the tank, it was their first day together. It got spooked, and sure enough, ink, and it hid in its little ink, and then the ink dissipated. It was just standing there. But
Busted.
they're amazing little creatures.
I guess they're not that smart.
And you can form bonds with them where they come out of the tank and they
Well, did you
walk
see
up
the
your arm.
documentary?
No.
My octopus
You got to
teacher?
watch the
My
Octopus
document?
Teacher
Yeah.
documentary.
Oh, Troy. I mean, it's going to make you want to get an octopus more,
Yeah.
probably.
I'm listening.
It's going to make you, rather than getting a tank and having an octopus there, it's going to make you want to live in the ocean. Like leave your family and just live with an octopus.
I don't think I want to do that.
I
Does
don't know.
that sound extreme?
I mean, how important is friendship to you?
What do you think?
I guess if the kids were all off at school, I would consider it.
Can we talk about this guy for a second? You skipped over the part where he gets them in the mail.
Yeah.
Like it just happened?
I'm assuming dark web shit.
Does he order them?
So
or do
he
people just
purchases
send
them from
He purchases
breeders?
them from
Illegal sellers in foreign countries.
I think it's legit. I think he is a legit. He might be a marine biologist, or maybe an armchair marine biologist.
Okay.
It might be dirty. Don't worry about where I'm getting the octopus. I'm gonna source it.
Are you going to be the Tiger King of octopi?
I want the best price.
what the best price?
And yes, I'd like you from now on to call me the Octopus King.
It's going to financially ruin you.
Do you think they're expensive?
Good news, though.
How much is it?
Google.
I looked up a small octopus. I typed into Google tiny octopus pet because I feel like that's what you
That's
would
a really
search.
good search.
Yeah. Pygmy octopus is a thing. So you don't have to get a big tank.
Perfect.
They look really cute.
Everyone I'm seeing is just if you want to eat them.
Oh.
Whole octopus by the pound. Which is also pretty expensive.
I actually do really like grilled
Yeah,
octopus.
I'm never eating octopus again.
After
know.
seeing the doc or
Not even that. It was just like just getting to know how intelligent they are and everything. It's just like
I think
Cuttlefish
it
are
might
the
be out for
same.
me too.
for me
Yeah.
that lasted like 2 months after seeing the documentary. It was like 2 months. I was like, no, never again.
You can get one for $56.
I ate him again.
Is it a good one?
It's on sale. It's usually
One that's been hit in
$59.99.
the head,
It's usually
been
$59.99.
hitting the cephalopod a few times.
Low price.
Taking a few blows.
Is it alive?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Out of stock.
Can I set a reminder?
Yeah.
I'm on Quora, which is a terrible site.
don't go on there.
And
What does it
this
say?
guy says, "What's it like having an octopus as a pet? It's a lot of fun, but we'll have a tragic ending." That's the first sentence of a long diatribe.
For who?
I guess that they're short-lived.
Yeah.
And they only live about a year. This guy says.
Whoa.
Wow.
Well,
they-
in the wild, it's
Yeah,
only like
if
2
you
or
keep
3.
them, if you keep in an aquarium, they say they won't live more than a couple years.
Well,
See, I don't think I could deal with that.
for $56.50,
Oh,
you can get they have females with eggs available March through June.
baby
You
octopi.
can become an octopi. You can have an octopi orgy.
Ooh, I'd have to put an unrelated male in the tank.
Yes.
So they could just keep making babies. Then I would have an endless supply of octopi. I truly would be the
The
octopus.
Octopus King.
Only March through June.
Well, is that when they're
That's when
most
they're
fertile?
available. I don't know.
They only live for 1 year. That's wild to get attached to something.
Yeah,
like
I don't
that.
think I could do that.
It only lives for 1 year.
To me, an octopus guy, like this guy who orders these octopuses, I feel like that's the same as reptile guy, who has a ton of exotic lizards and stuff. And a lot of the times,
rich guy pets.
well, a lot of times they don't live that long. It's just I have this exotic
What?
breed.
No, they live
depends on the
incredible amounts.
depends on
right?
the lizard.
An iguana can be 17 years old.
I think
right?
gecko, small lizards don't live a long time.
But also your house is going to smell a lot better than that guy's house.
Oh, true.
Nobody wants a
I don't think it'll be
reptile house.
stinky.
Did any of you ever had a snake growing up? Were you one of those weird snake people?
yes.
I had turtles,
Turtles? That's borderline weird.
but they were illegal in New Jersey at the time. I don't know if they still
Ooh.
are. My dad got them in New York City.
In Chinatown?
Smuggled them over the border.
But they started to get we kept having to buy bigger and bigger aquariums, and then eventually we had to donate them to a pet store because it also when the turtles got to be
Yeah.
5-6 inches long, they were pooping a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like you get them and or like you either think or you're told that they're going to stay a certain size, but they always grow up to be bigger.
The same with pigs. There's no such thing as a teacup pig.
Yeah. I didn't have
Really?
reptiles, but I had
My
rats.
dream just died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even
That makes
weirder.
sense.
You had rats?
Even weirder.
What
yeah.
were their names?
Meatball, Belly, and Baloo.
These are perfect names.
And there was another one. It was one that I adopted that was later on in life. It was a completely albino one.
Plaguey?
It already had a name. I can't remember what it was.
Brian?
It was really cute. He was enormous.
Stinky, the brain. I don't
I
know.
don't remember what his name was.
Stinky.
Wow. Mice.
Rats.
Rats.
Hey, I discovered something new about
Rats,
you
real
almost
rats.
every
Yes,
show.
they are like little tiny rodent dogs. They are very smart and cute.
Speaking of stinky pets, I had ferrets.
Wow.
As a
Those
kid,
are stinky.
which
Oh,
are
thanks.
they were awesome. I mean, I love ferrets. I think they're great animals. We had Jelly Bean, Bonnie, and Clyde,
Wow.
and they were stinky though. And then later, I had a snake, so I became a weird snake person. For
Did
a
you
bit.
walk around town with it around your neck?
No. He was a ball python. His name was Monty, and he
Did you ever shoot him on an arrow? Did the physics of that ever work?
At an enemy?
the origin is me trying that.
Inspiration.
No, he was I didn't become a reptile person because snakes are weird. Like he wouldn't eat in front of me. He was like a very self-conscious eater. He wasn't into live mice. I had to this is crazy. I had to buy frozen mice and then you heat them up in like hot water.
Sure.
You massage them and heat them up.
Yep.
And then I would have
Definitely
to
worth it.
dangle it. Like you have to entice. It was like a whole rigmarole. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. I don't
So weird.
need it. Yeah.
I don't want to make you relive traumatic memories, but can you talk a little more about massaging a dead
Why do you
frozen
have to
mouse?
massage
Not traumatic. It was fine. I mean,
What do you do for work?
you're so tense.
You're so tense.
You would
Found the time.
Got it out here.
Got a nod here.
You know who was a big reptile guy? Remember Chad Brown?
No.
Who used to play for the Seahawks? Linebacker?
No.
Remember that guy?
Big reptile guy?
Yeah,
snake
big reptile
guy?
guy.
Like
big
tons of
snake guy.
snakes?
Spent his
And-
NFL salary on reptiles.
Yeah, he was and it
Exotic
started
reptiles.
early, and he went to see you, and I was on stage at a De La Soul concert, and I'm standing there, and Chad Brown is out in the audience, and he's and I knew it was Chad Brown because he's a big college star and everything, and I knew about the reptile thing, but he was looking at me the entire time I was up there like he wanted to murder me.
Looking at you like a reptile would.
Yeah,
Stalking it.
Yeah,
he
I was
jealous
just
that you were on
I don't know.
stage?
I don't know what the problem was that he had me, but a riot broke out because everyone thought that De La Soul was going to play music and they were only they signed for an appearance fee. And they're just we're not playing any music. What's wrong with you people? And people started throwing stuff on the stage. People started to get up. This guy's kicking people in the face and everything. And I told my friend, I was just we have to get out of here because I know Chad Brown is going to use this excuse to kill me. Get out of there.
It's gonna feed you to his snakes.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Was that the only riot you've ever been a part of?
No, I was at after the Broncos the Super Bowl 32. That was a pretty big riot.
It's a good riot.
I was downtown for that. That was
Classic
fun.
riot.
Yeah.
Right in with your favorite ride.
Yeah, right in with your favorite riots. Well, I don't know. I don't want another pet, but I think if I did go, if I stretched out beyond just cat, I'm thinking octopus.
Will you keep us posted? I'm so curious about your journey.
I'm going to look into it now that I know it only lives for a year.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm both being that's sad, and also being I'm the one that can make it live forever.
It's also
Because I am
Challenge accepted.
the octopus king.
How do you think? What would you do as the octopus king to help your cat bond with your octopus?
What would you do with your power?
Well, I wouldn't keep them in the same room together. I feel like that would be a recipe for disaster. But I would put them behind a glass so they could stare at each other and learn each other's ways.
like a glass tank.
Yeah, like a glass tank, or
That the
maybe just a
octopus
wall.
lives in?
I think they can live on the outside for a little while. I'd want it to get some fresh air.
Does it need it?
I feel like you really got to research octopuses.
I watch it like walking all over the guy's hand. Anyways, call in and
Air out my octopus.
The amount of time I've seen octopuses just running through the grass and they climbing trees. I'll tell you.
it only lives for a year and never gets to see the grass.
Put it in a stroller like people in New York City.
Just walk it
Wheel
around.
Take it to the Yankee
With a
game.
little leash.
Just take it to a luxury box.
He calls himself the octopus king. Just
What
don't
would you
look
do
at
if
him.
you only had a year to live?
Would you stay cooped up in a tank the
No.
whole time?
You're right.
A horrible life.
That's probably why they only live a year.
That's what I was
because
about
of
to
the tank.
say.
Because no one airs them out.
No, in
air.
the
No,
lot-
because people say, "Hey, look at my octopus!" So they're like taking them out in the open air.
That could be it too.
They're slowly suffocating.
That could be
It cuts
too.
their lifespan
People are like, that's
down
just how
by
octopi walk.
two-thirds.
No, that's them desperately trying to get back
They're
to the
trying to
water.
get back into the tank.
Well, I've definitely learned that I need to do some more research before I make a hasty purchase. But for $56, I'm willing to try.
Dude, down from 59?
I'll let it live here, and if it dies, just Francis, will you clean it up? Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the Octopus King and Friends. If you are watching this right now live, it's because you're not at our Kansas City show right now. As the show is airing on YouTube, we are doing a Glass Cannon live show in Kansas City. My body is in Kansas City and probably full of sauce. In 2 days, we're going to be in Austin, Texas. I think that show's probably sold out by now. And then tickets for the rest of the year, except for Philly, are on sale. You can get tickets to Vancouver on May 23rd. That one's almost sold out too. St. Paul, Minnesota on May 25th. That one's almost sold out. And then we're going to be in Skid's hometown of Denver on June 20th. Nashville, Tennessee on June 22nd. And then, of course, we'll be in Indianapolis all Gen Con week. We have a show on sale at Helium Comedy Club. That show sells out every year. There's only a few tickets left for that. And then the next night, we're doing Call of Cthulhu live at the Athenaeum. This year is going to be modern Call of Cthulhu. And then Boston, Mass on September 14th. Portland, Oregon, October 10th, and then we're in LA on October 12th. The last show of the year, Philly, will be on sale really soon. Head to glasscannonnetwork.com/tour to get your tickets and come see this group of beautiful human beings live. Speaking of beautiful human beings, how about our sponsors?
Yes.
Foundry,
Beautiful.
VTT, Demiplane, and of course, good old Norse Foundry. Skid, what about Norse Foundry is important?
Norse Foundry, say, for example, for some reason, you wanted to have a number chosen for you between like 1 and 20.
I could just pick one out of thin air.
You just pick one, sure. But what if someone says like, hey, I don't trust you to pick this number
That's
for
fair.
whatever reason. So like, well, let's do it randomly. This is your solution.
You heard it here first.
Look at that. 16.
Bam.
Wow.
I trust you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because you use the die. Anyway, it is
And you
fun-
can trust
Sorry.
Norse Foundry for all your random number generating needs.
There you go. Speaking of pretty, it is the one thing. What's the one thing besides gaming that ties all of our sponsors together? They're so pretty to look at.
That's true.
Every one of them. The Norse Foundry die are so well crafted. The Foundry VTT is obviously freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
We spent 3 episodes talking about tree balls because of Foundry VTT.
yeah.
And then the Demiplane sheets are the most beautiful sheets I've ever seen.
All of our sponsors are beautiful.
They really are.
Well, you know, if you're going to spend all this time playing games, why not elevate the world around you?
Yeah, the atmosphere just heighten everything, and it heightens the whole experience.
It sure does.
We said we logged back in today to record, and we all went, "Ooh, our characters have so many conditions.
Yeah.
We're so hurt,
And it's
like
beautiful.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful to look at."
You know what I
Intense.
appreciate about our sponsors? Is that they let us write their taglines for us.
You can have that one for free.
That's
You finally made it to the court of Kanipo the Slim. And I would think you would all agree the fight delivered.
Yeah.
It was intense, and we recorded it so long ago, I don't remember anything about it.
That's another thing to
killed
keep
them.
in mind. It's like a little subtle thing that's happening here is we haven't recorded in the longest time since we've started recording, pretty much, besides Christmas holidays.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's been a really big gap, and I'm excited to jump back in, and also a good time, I think, to have that gap because it definitely feels like we are on the cusp of a major change here.
Yeah.
How was your third of 18 trips out of town this year?
It was fantastic. I managed to both re-injure my knee, which may need surgery, I'm not sure, and dislocate my shoulder again.
Oh, what's happening?
All in the same
Did you
At the same
fall
time?
Wow.
down a flight of stairs?
I played basketball.
Oh.
Guess
That's
I
it?
shouldn't have done that.
Can't do that at your age.
And then
Can't just play sports.
I was
Whenever
literally
you want.
putting on clothes in my shoulder. So there you go. There you go.
Wow.
Learned your lesson there.
Learn my lesson there.
Start showing up nude to the recording.
Topless from here on. I'll wear pants.
It's the shirt that
It's the shirt that really
Shirts
got
that
me.
gets you.
Well, you have traversed this tree here in the first world. You've gone to what looks like every single room, and you have now defeated Kanipo the Slim. You're all in pretty rough shape. I'm sure you have as many questions as you do answers, having heard their big spiel before the fight. There is also a sentient hedgehog in a cage.
Ooh.
Oh, the hedgehog.
Sentient, eh?
With a hat.
And you know it's sentient because it says, "Oi! Oi there, you smoothies!
No.
Nope.
No.
You gonna let an hog out or what?
No.
Now that the Kanipo's finished, you just gonna let me sit here?
What?
That better be a joke. You better be
I
messing around.
kill the hedgehog.
Is he speaking? Is he
Please
speaking
put your weapon
common?
down.
I don't know
Don't
what he's
kill me.
What
saying.
do you? Is he
you-
speaking
that common?
Is he speaking common?
Do you have an Italian for any other accents?
Oh no, this is just what I was born with. Oh no, wait, I can sound like me mum. Ready? Oh, what are you doing over there? She was a rascal.
I just want to say, you and you wanted this. This is something you wanted.
This was a real monkey's
So
paw.
you have to deal with this.
This was a
mess.
real monkey's paw. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I'm not even in the book.
Oh no.
Oh, am I? That was me mum again.
Please, I'm unconscious right now. Please do not revive me
Until this is over.
until this guy is dead or is gone.
In all seriousness.
What's your name, friend?
Oh, my name, it's Hubert Edge. Pleasure to meet you. What is your name? I didn't quite catch it as Kanipo was talking to you before the theatrics broke out.
Can I roll a perception to see if this hedgehog is really a hedgehog or if they're lying? What's going on with this hedgehog?
All right. It's just shaking its cage. Take all the time you want. I've been in here for a while, but would be nice to stretch my little legs.
What are you doing in a cage?
Kanipo put me in here. I just sort of wandered into this tree by accident and got captured. Been here for months. Not sure what they had in mind for me. At any time, I didn't know if they wanted to kill me, eat me, or fuck me. But here I am. And it seems like now I'll be free, unless you're thinking otherwise. A lot of weird looks coming from all of you.
Wait, what? You wandered into the tree. Did you wander into these thin lands?
Oh, the thing is, no, I'm from here, from the first world, as it were. I just sort of found my way in here one day, thinking it'd be a nice, safe place to sit. And turns out it wasn't. Turns out it's a very dangerous place, and I was captured by that thing that you just killed. Thank you. I should have said thank you right away. But again, I'm still in this cage here, and
Why?
starting to feel like we're not going to be friends.
Why do you have a little hat on?
You like that? My mom gave me this hat. Yeah?
What's your mother's name?
My mother's name? Oh, well, it's also, it's Helga. Helga Hedge. Yes. Old Helga Hedge. She made this hat for me, she did. Miss her, though. She died long time ago.
1 second.
Too.
Very
So 1 sec. Just 1 second.
Oh, whatever tickles your prickles.
You do have to understand everything we've met in here has fought us, so just give us a second. and we'll deal.
Totally understand.
You know,
I imagine
We want to
it's a
be
lot.
friends, but no one wants to be friends with us so far.
I understand.
Asta pulls everybody over to circle up around Buggles'
Around Buggles'
unconscious
body.
body.
And Hubert's just
Like lying there.
I think we should let him out.
Okay, but can we just get a little better first? I'm pretty hurt. Buggles is
I'm very. Oh,
unconscious
Buggles! I
in front
almost
of us.
stepped on him. Oh,
just in case this thing isn't nice.
absolutely.
Hubert,
yes.
do you know anything about getting out of the Thin Lands?
That's a difficult thing. There really is no way out. He takes his hat off and kind of rings it in his hands. When Kanepo there welcomed you home, well, you know that portal you came through to get here? You came through a portal, yes?
Yes.
Only Kanepo can make those. So you can't exactly walk out of here. The Thin Lands, the Thin Lands themselves are stable enough, but beyond them is Nighthold, and the shadow storms of that place will scour you dead, assuming the Yankos don't get you first. He just shakes his head. His black eyes are gleaming. He's like, I'm sorry, friends, but you are well and truly spiked if you're hoping to get out of here. There's just no way out. But it's not all bad. You just kind of need to start a new life here in the forest. I can't wait to get home and see my friends. My family's all dead. Well, it'd be nice to see my friends. You could come and not live with me, but you could stay for a little while until you find a place of your own.
Where do you live?
In the forest.
In the Thin Lands.
Yes, in the Thin Lands. This place is a bit weird. I'm assuming you're from the Material Plane? Mm-hmm. Yeah, never been there. Heard it's nice. But, yeah, Thin Lands are pretty horrible. Just trying to find your own little place that you can, scour away, put your stuff. I lived in a tree for a while, little hole of a tree. Not much smaller than this. Just lived in that hole. It was much better than walking around outside.
Does Count Renalk still hold power in Nighthold?
Count Renalk? I've heard Kanepo talking about Count Renalk. No, I don't think so. I don't think anyone's seen Count Renalk in a long, long time. He's exiled, I believe.
Right.
No, it's just sort of a lawless wasteland with a lot of dangerous creatures rolling about. There's no one in charge, so everyone just kind of kills each other to survive. I'd love to leave, to be honest, but as I said, there's just no way out.
Do you have any medical skills?
Medical skills. What is that?
Healing?
Healing.
First aid?
No.
I don't think he knows what
He didn't know what medical meant, so I don't think.
No.
That
When
is-
I get
that is
hurt,
tip-off.
I just rest and put some ice on my
Okay.
wounds, and eventually I
That's
feel
what
better.
ice is, which is interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, we have ice here.
Okay.
Melts really fast, though.
One second, please.
Oh, sure.
gonna-
Sure, I've been in here for months. I can wait a little.
Brother Amos, might you be able to heal us a bit?
He's been in the midst of a prayer and he's been trying to tune out this nonsense as much as possible as he has a hand on Buggles and is thinking about trying to treat wounds on him, but he's worried it's going to take too long. So he is going to fire off a heal spell for everyone and he heals 7 points of HP.
Oh, that felt nice. Did I get any of that?
It washes out into the room. Everybody goes up 7.
7.
Is that just
And
for your
then we'll
friends?
still need more.
But we lose the wounded because it
Not
rips.
if he doesn't treat wounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you
I have
either
to treat
or
wounds.
get to full HP.
Yeah, or get to full HP. Buggles, are you all right?
Yes, I was having this horrible dream that this awful hedgehog talking in a clawing, terrible voice,
Yes, it is another denizen of the first world.
poking at me with a pitchfork. And
Oi there! What's going on there? Look at you. You're just like me.
what are you?
Name's Hubert Hedge. Saw you taking a little nap there. Good to see you awake. Pleasure to meet you. Strange circumstances. Look at me. I'm still in this cage. And must have been what you felt like when you were laying on the ground there. Now you're up. And yet I'm still in this tiny little cage. Take your time, though.
I'm going to turn into a perception for to determine if this thing has ill intent
Okay.
with us.
Same.
While you guys do that, Asta is slowly walking towards the cage. to
Asta.
open it.
Asta.
What?
It's just
Stop
looking
it.
at you with its black eyes.
I'm just walking over.
Nature, I'm assuming, right?
Well, perception.
Oh, perception.
Yeah, you could do nature to know, like, do these type of creatures, are they
I'll do nature,
nasty,
you guys do
or perception, like,
I want to perceive if this
Psychology
thing,
check.
has ill intent. And with my Norse Foundry, Joe Die, nat 20.
Oh.
It's like an oxymoron.
It is. They do roll nat 20s, Naish. You want to pick one up?
Even for Joe.
On occasion.
No, he seems pretty genuine. He seems totally safe,
Affable, friendly,
affable,
outgoing.
friendly, outgoing.
16 on the knowledge nature. For
Austin,
Fae
best
talking hedgehogs from the first world.
Yeah, no, it's you haven't. They're like anybody. There could be nasty ones, but you've never heard that their species are particularly untrustworthy.
Or they have any kind of particular magical skills or...
No, I mean, it seems like if he didn't know what the word healing is, he's probably pretty useless in a fight.
He's clearly never been hurt. Which is,
Asta goes
Could be a
to
sorcerer.
open the cage, and she says, "I've never met a hedgehog I didn't like. Just open it up for him."
Oh, thank you. He squeezes his way out. Oh, feels good to stretch me spikes.
It's weird because it wasn't even locked.
Oh,
Opened it.
what? They got me in here with fear. I could have just walked right out, but then it would have killed me. Anyways, thank you for letting me out.
I have a theory.
Good to stretch my spikes.
I have a theory about what Kanipo wanted with you.
Really?
I think Kanipo was after your spikes.
You know, it's possible. They were always talking about how I looked.
There's a machine next door.
Machine. Yeah, they would take me out for walks once in a while, put a collar around me. It was very humiliating.
It's cruel.
Did they ever put you in a machine?
No, never put me in a machine.
You would know it because it looked like a certain anatomical feature.
Yeah, no, never saw it. Never went in it. Yeah, they were real weird. Never quite knew what they wanted with me.
Was there anyone else being held captive here?
No, there was people that were brought in and experimented on and whatnot. There was a creature wearing a mask that would do terrible things. Terrible things. I just kept my mouth shut because I didn't want to get harmed. No one ever...
But otherwise, Kanipo never did anything to you besides take you on an occasional walk.
Yeah, if they did something I don't remember.
Were you like his pet? Like a friend?
That's the vibe that I got, which is very rude.
Insulting.
Very
Yeah.
rude, yeah. We're not domesticated pets. We're people. That'd be like making you a pet.
Also, he had a Gorga.
They had a Gorga.
They had a Gorga.
Maybe they
Kanipo
were...
also seemed a bit like a tortured soul.
Yeah, I got that.
Did
too.
he open up to you at all? Say anything?
Not so much to
Show any
me
vulnerability?
as to the air. They like to talk to themselves a lot. Like to pontificate aloud and whatnot.
Did they say anything
very
other
upset.
than what they said to us when we arrived?
That was the general gist that I got from them all the time. They were very mad about something that happened a long time ago. Held a grudge against those elves. Like you. Creatures like you. Surprised that they even offered you the chance to become slim like them, whatever that means. Never liked when he said that. But, anyhow, yeah, no, they were just real weird, real sad, and they also just sort of always felt like they were gonna perish. And so I think that's why it was imperative that they find someone to take over. But now they're dead, thankfully.
Brother Amos would like to examine the slim
Yeah,
corpse.
definitely.
With perhaps a medicine check of, just to get a sense of maybe its workings. Was it what was killing it? Was
Also,
it diseased?
let's not forget the
is it just
Shade
old
Wither
age?
key is on Kanipo's.
It is?
Yes. When we fought him, he was wearing the Shade Wither key.
They were.
They were.
Yeah, they touched it.
I didn't remember that.
And that caused shadows to form around them.
So we need to take that.
Okay.
And research it.
I'm gonna
we only
start
know
with
a
a
little
medical.
bit about the Shade with the key, right? We don't really know how to use it.
Correct. You can do some checks on that, but you want to do a medical check on the body?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get a sense of if it was old age or something else. That's a 22.
I imagine you've examined bodies after death before. You think in your abbey you ever had to come in and consult on autopsies?
No, not many. A lot of this is new to him. He's training in a lot of this. He did more gardening at the Abbey than medical work.
Maybe you just read books about the anatomy.
He became a little bit more focused on it after the fire when he was really badly injured, and he had to learn a lot about the people that he met that were taking care of him and stuff like that. Taught him a lot. So he's still new to it in the grand scheme of things.
Right. So I imagine like if you were a doctor that did 1 million autopsies and then were brought into a room with an alien, you would just go on what you know. But everything about this creature is foreign to you. Its skin doesn't have the same texture as yours. It's this like wet leather, almost reptilian. Without slicing into it or anything, you just examine it and you don't see any
sign of decay,
disease. It's almost as if, without delving deeper into its physical anatomy, that this fear of death was just a common, like almost human fear that is shared across species.
So perhaps he thought he would die one day.
It's like a midlife crisis.
Could have been any day.
I mean, he could be.
Soon or distant future.
Well, I mean, immortality seems like something not an uncommon feature of creatures in the first world. And if he didn't have it, then I mean, life would, no matter how many thousands of years you might have left, it would seem like an instant.
Yeah, they've been around for thousands of years, but even they were worried about.
Always thought they could die.
If they were worried about dying, it's just when they died, they seemed happy and said, "Welcome home." To us.
My understanding is like any civilization that has kingdoms, a king wants a sire, and that is their biggest fear, is to die without one.
Yeah, an heir.
King is a sire.
Heir.
So, what?
They don't have one.
King is a sire.
A king is a sire.
So why would they die happy?
Yeah, you reversed.
A king wants
a king's
a sire.
sire.
King wants two sires.
Sire and heir.
I grew up in the woods. We did not have kings. So I don't understand this innate need to...
You did sire.
Well, of course, we
Sired
procreated, but
We should
not...
all be impressed that a fox can speak English.
Thank you so much, Buggles. I'm so happy you're awake.
I talk too.
You, however,
We know.
I like you.
Oh, I think you and I are gonna be fast friends.
My fear is that...
What's your name? Then tell me your fears. I should get all of your names on the thing.
I will tell you my name when we are not in this room.
Why do you want to know our names so badly?
Oh, just, you know mine. It'd be nice if we exchange pleasantries. I know. You just had a tough fight. Some of you almost died. Saw that. So we can wait. Whatever. We'll move at your pace, however you feel comfortable. I haven't really talked to anyone in a long time, so it's just nice to stretch me vocal cords, as it were.
Well, the good news is you're free to go.
Oh, well, if only it were that easy. No place to really go. I was thinking I could just kind of spend some time with you.
But you said you had friends.
I got friends. There's a flower that I really like.
Do you not know where they are?
I don't think he has any friends.
I have a flower that I like. His name is Jiminy. And then there's a couple rocks out there.
Jiminy.
Yes, there's a name that I've heard.
Name seems to come up so often.
It's Susan the Rock.
Hubert.
Susan the Rock.
Hubert,
Yes.
have you ever encountered something, a gate? We call them Ayudara on our plane.
Gate.
Yes.
Sort of a portal between worlds.
Portal between worlds. No, I heard about them. Sound nice. No Kanipo could make them. Never
But when-
saw one myself.
Kanipo took you on walks. Perhaps they took you to a specific place.
No, that we never really ventured outside of the tree stump. We just sort of stayed in here. It's almost like they were showing off all their things that they made. They were trying to make another one of them. Really, that's what all these machines were for, trying to do experiments to make another one of them.
They were trying to make
Another Canadian.
another Slim. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what they were planning to do with one of you, or all of you. But the way they welcomed you home there when they died made it seem like they know something you don't.
That's what I meant before. Perhaps he was happy because they completed their mission to have an heir.
Yeah.
What if
maybe
we're-
us killing them did something.
That's not.
I wonder if
bad.
we can leave.
That's very bad.
We did use their machine.
They said welcome home?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The dying breath.
It's very
I don't
strange.
want to live here, not with him.
I don't want to live here either, not with him.
We shall endeavor to find a way out of here. No one... All is not lost yet. We have not begun the research necessary to know that we have no hope.
Why did we use that machine? That was so reckless.
It was reckless.
Why didn't anybody
I think it
stop
had to
us?
do with the machine.
No?
No.
There is a library
Also, we
here.
all didn't use it.
There's a library here that we could perhaps spend some time. And also, we can examine the shade with the key, and we have many avenues.
And also, Hubert here might have an idea for a way out.
Also,
or at
this
least
circle in the floor.
a way away from here.
I am also just fun to hang out with. That's what Susan the Rock always said.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, that's what I heard at least.
Hubert, do you know what this, these runes are in the floor?
Runes. What's that we
You see these drawings?
drawing?
Did Kanipo ever do anything in this circle?
That circle there. Oh, no. They would try to do stuff there. I never quite understood it.
Oh.
Yeah. Not 100% sure.
Do we know what language this is? If Kanipo didn't understand it, do we understand it?
Let's see. It's not quite a language, and if it is, it's nothing that's discernible to any of you. They're just they're runes that might have meaning, but nothing any of you recognize. It looks like it's part of some sort of ritual.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah,
Would decipher writing do anything?
you could try it, but like they just don't. They don't really key into any. They don't remind you of any particular language.
Natural 2.
Natural too.
12.
I'm not trained in Arcana.
Can we search the room?
Yeah. You guys search the room.
Natural 20 on that one.
Heck yeah.
Hey, the detective.
Got 18.
I'll use my magnifying glass.
The room is particularly bare. There's really nothing in here of interest, with the exception of the Shade Wither key around Kanipo's neck. Everything else is very mundane. Doesn't look like they ate or like needed food or water to live.
Anything going on with the throne?
No, very creepy. There's a dead Gorga. Nothing on the Gorga.
Okay, out of character. We know, our understanding of the Shade Wither key is that it is able to open Ayudara, right?
Think.
That's like our understanding of what it does.
All we know is that
No idea. I thought that it was a key to his prison.
Oh.
that was my impression too.
Oh, I thought it opened the portal. Like it allows him to travel between the two realms. Is that misunderstanding?
I thought it just allowed him to get out of the stump. I don't know.
I think my understanding was that we know it could be used in a ritual, so it has more powers. That it was going to be used in the ritual that we interrupted. Or no, that's not true. It was going to be used in the ritual that was going to bring about the end of the world, or so Lemma Feldthorn thought. But yeah, can we examine the key? Can I do an Arcana check on it, or is it
for sure.
occultism? What would it be?
In my notes from the painting, it says the figure uses the leaf as a key and passes through an arch.
To escape. When he escaped his prison.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that was my understanding, that the reason they took the key was because it allowed them to travel between worlds.
They originally found the key on the body of someone and used that key to enter the material plane. And then when they were trapped back in there, the elves took the key away from them. So as far as you know, the key is used to pass between worlds.
Yeah, I do have it written in my notes. When Bolon stole the jade amulet, the Shade Wither key, it's a gate key, is what I wrote down. And then Bolon planned to use it in evil ritual. And that was like our... Yeah.
And the druids, the Oak Stewards, had the key, and maybe they didn't even know
what it could do.
The depths of this key. They used it as a key for the Ayudara. And then I think it was Lemma you were talking to said like, oh, maybe the elders have used it. But like, no one I know has ever used it to pass between gates. And remember that the way that the elves use these Ayudara, from your knowledge, it's like to warp around the world. That's what they really are. They're warp gates.
Like fast travel.
Yeah, fast travel.
All right. I want to roll. Can I roll on the key to see if I like it's?
Yeah.
I understand how to activate it or use it. Maybe.
Little Arcana Actione.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to start treating wounds. So who would like wounds treated?
Are you down at the
All right, I'll start working on Zephyr while Talitha.
I got a little scrape on my knee.
Shade Wither key.
Maybe you could help with this knee scrape.
Of course, I'll get to you, Hubert. Of course.
Thank you so much.
22.
22 on the Shade Wither key.
If anyone would like to aid.
I can aid.
I don't have Arcana trained.
You're throwing aid in?
I know you
6
don't need
points
to.
for you, Zephyr.
Thank you. I'm good now.
I mean, flat 10 for the aid, so I do aid. Or I don't?
You're not trained in Arcana.
You need to be
I
trained.
am.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. It's a 15 total with my Arcana.
Oh, 15
In
is
total wouldn't give you a bonus. You need a 20.
Well, never mind.
But here's what you know. You saw them touch it and activate these shadows around them.
Yeah.
One of you will have that ability as well. Should you wear it, it's 2 actions to interact with the key. And the effect is you touch the Shade Wither key and command the shadows it casts around you to peel away. The shadows form an umbral double that resembles you in every way except for its fiery red eyes and the expression of wicked delight on its face. The double occupies the same space as you and attempts to intercept any attacks aimed at you. A creature must succeed at a DC 11 flat check when targeting you with an attack, spell, or other effect. On a failure, they hit the shadowy double instead of you. This effect lasts for 1 minute or until the double is hit, whichever comes first. Once the double is hit, it's destroyed. As long as the double exists, you don't gain the Shade Wither's key item bonus to stealth checks. So that's another thing. When you invest in this item, you get a permanent +1 to your stealth check.
Wow.
And
So it's-
Kanipo was able to trigger 2 of them?
Yeah, so Kanipo was able to do it with 2. You imagine the time that they've spent with this key, they were able to unlock other powers to be able to put 2
Shade
shadows.
Wither key greater.
Shade Wither key greater. But you also, with a 22 Arcana check, you get the sense that this key can do more, but you can't really ascertain what that more is. There's more to this key than just shadowy doubles and stealth checks.
Classic plot artifact.
Yeah.
So I love that. Or it's just, it levels up with you.
Yeah.
I love that. That's cool.
It's like the sword in your Jade Region campaign.
Exactly.
Swishin.
Who should wear the key?
I'll do it.
No.
All right,
No,
just
I
put
don't-
myself out there.
No.
That's very noble of you. But
Oh, I thought maybe you were nervous about the key.
Very brave
Man,
of you.
I don't really know what it does, but
shall we roll off on it?
like key.
I want it.
I wanted to.
Yeah, let's roll.
All right, I'm in.
Oh, Hubert.
No, Hubert.
Hubert, sit down.
Sorry, I'm new here.
Die.
Ooh, natural 19.
Natural 3.
Natural 18.
Oh,
You
wow.
are such a son of a bitch.
I also got an 18.
I've never rolled this high on a roll off ever.
You just call me some bitch.
I called you some bitch.
What did you get, Kate?
Natural 19.
19.
Oh, great.
18.
You got an 18 too?
Yeah.
I'll take
I got
that.
Do you take it from Talitha's hands?
Zephyr,
Yeah,
I'm
like
not
as
sure
you're
this-
dangling it, being like, who wants to take this?
I'd like to.
Zephyr's just like, no, I'm taking this one.
Zephyr,
You're
you
taking
grab
a lot of things.
You grab the key. Maybe you go to put it around your neck to wear it.
Zephyr.
Yeah,
Careful.
she looks at it
Careful.
and she's about to put it on.
Do it.
As you start to put it around your neck and you tie the necklace on, you just hear like,
Is there a breeze in here?
We don't know what kind of effect it could have on your elfish side. Be careful.
I'll be careful.
How do you feel?
I mean, I feel fine.
You sure?
Do you hear anything strange?
Why would you ask that?
I mean, I feel like I feel better than you all went into the tree. I didn't go into the tree.
key looks
I
good
feel
on
fine.
you. Hope I have a key myself someday. Would be nice. Don't really know what a key is, but
Right.
is that the right word?
Well, once we're all healed up,
So
Are you cutting open Buggles?
poor Buggles. No, I didn't hurt you. I didn't hurt you. But the first roll I healed 5 hit points of you, which is very tiny. And then the second heal, which was minimum success, just hit the DC and then rolled snake eyes. So that's 2 points of healing.
Okay.
We're grinding it out. We're going to be here for, oh my God, another minimum Oh my God, another 5 points. It's miserable. I'm just going to do it over here for a while, and we'll spend a couple hours in this.
We talked.
Let's go to the library.
Yeah, whoever's healed can go to the library. Fail.
We can do the healing in the library.
Great.
Yeah.
Fail.
Come on, Hubert. And I hold Hubert and Buggles' hands.
Do you know what books are, Hubert?
Books, sure. Yeah. Well, you tell me what books are, and we'll see if we're on the same page.
And
Huh?
Hubert, you know what you do with a book?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Here, we hand him.
Everyone knows that.
We hand him one.
I hand him the Karma Sutra that Buggles gave me.
I hand him a pillow from the bed.
There's a lot of pictures.
And I go, this is a book.
There it is. The old book.
You don't eat it.
No?
Nope.
Of course not. Gonna smell it. Smells good. Good, like all books do. All right? I don't know what to do with this.
All right. I take it back.
All right.
No.
You read it.
Ah, of course. I'm foolish. Yeah, what does that entail?
We spend a couple of years teaching teaching it to read.
Time is just so little meaning here. We might as well.
We start with picture books, and then we move into like baby's first word.
Books. All right. Look at that. Learned something new and made 5 new friends. Wait till Susan hears this.
The Rock?
Yes.
And where is this again? Where is Susan?
Outside somewhere. Near my old tree hole, which you're welcome to stay near. You can usually, maybe you can find your own hole or something. It's best not to be outside for too long. Lots of creatures, terrible creatures, and the wind and whatnot. You might just want to stay in here, to be honest. Now that you've cleared the place out, you could just make a home here, and we'll start a new family. Eventually, some of us may fall in love and procreate, as it were.
Well,
make some
Hubert.
new people. We'll start a little society here in this tree.
Hubert,
Yes, I'm getting ahead of myself. We just met.
I'm sorry if I am being short with you. I'm just rather exhausted.
Well,
I do think that we will stay here, at least until we are a little bit rested. Are you planning to stay as well, or would you like to be on your way?
anything is better than what's out there, to be honest. As much as I miss Susan and my hole, I would
So anything
like
is better than going home.
Anything's better than being alone, really.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. It is a very dangerous place.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Well, why don't you stay here with us?
And he nods towards Zephyr. And Zephyr, you notice that the key, now that's on your neck, the voices and that noise has stopped, but it's like sort of floating off your chest and like tugging you.
Whoa. Oh, look
Tugging
at
at
that.
you.
Is it like trying to lead me somewhere?
That's
If
what
I
it
try to
feels like.
follow it?
Look at that thing. Isn't that interesting?
Is that
It's,
floating?
are we all healed up? We're not going anywhere until we're all healthy.
Did you heal me?
No way. But we'll just say I did.
Well, let's just see if it even tries to take me out of the room.
I think we should follow it, but I want to make
Yeah.
sure we're all healthy and
I
not
would like to
wounded
not be
anymore.
wounded. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
It's
All right,
not
well,
like
I'm at 20
pulling drastically.
I'm at
It's just-
22 on Buggles. Do you need more than 22 hit
Oh,
points?
I'm fine.
Okay, great. So then quickly we'll do.
I just
What's
need
your name?
Asta.
Asta.
I just need 4 hit points.
Oh, 8. You're good.
Okay, I'm done.
And
I'm
you're
good.
good.
I'm
and
no
I'm
longer
good.
I need
wounded.
9.
And Talitha just needs 9. Oh, then we're gonna get this. We got this. 10.
Beautiful.
Bam. So all told, it's about an hour and a half that it takes to go through all that. So talking in the library, whatever, and then all of a sudden this key starts raising up and acting a little funky.
Get your focus spells back if you
Yes.
realign. How are you doing power-wise, spell-wise, things that
Need
are
to
like
rest.
once a day, 3 days?
I have 1 spell slot left and no heals.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying I'm utterly exhausted.
I need to rest.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't had a good night's sleep in a while. I've been standing up so long. I've tried to lay down in that cage, but it's very small, very, very small. It'd be nice to sleep in a bed or a floor. I guess I could sleep on the floor. Be fine with me.
I'm a bit concerned that whatever's going on with the key is a temporary effect, and we might need to pursue this now.
I don't need to rest that bad. I mean, I did get my conflict spells back. I'm good.
I'm going to.
I'm sorry I can't take another step.
Okay.
Oh,
Brother Amos collapses.
I'll just.
This is onto the bed, onto the bed that's in the corner.
We build a litter and ask Hubert to drag him behind us.
Not very strong.
you
I'll
can
just
do
get
it.
the gist of where it's going.
All right.
where it seems to be
I'll go with you.
I'll go with you.
bringing.
It tugs you towards the doorway of Kanipo's throne room.
Let's follow. Let's go.
Okay, so I go back into the throne room.
All right, you go back from the throne room into the reproduction lab.
Oh, it's bringing me out of the throne room.
Bring you out of the throne room, yeah.
Okay.
Into the reproduction lab, and from there it's pulling you towards the vivisection chamber. And when I say pulling, it's just a gentle tugging.
A
It's
guidance.
like a compass almost.
Okay. So I continue just letting it lead me.
From the vivisection theater, it directs you towards the hallway that would lead either to the room of paintings or the room where you fought the centaur.
Ah.
Okay.
So if you walk into that hallway, it does in fact direct you to the south to the room with the centaur. And it just slowly, gently just tugs you in a new direction.
Just through the room still?
Yep, so you go through that hallway to the west and then down into the room with the centaur. Mm-hmm. And once you are in the room with the centaur, it continues dragging you south right back to the first room you walked in at. I don't know where Asta's going.
I couldn't go the other way for some reason. It wouldn't let me through the door.
Oh, because you guys probably never opened that door.
You have to go around all the ways.
I'm taking the long way around.
Now that the door's open, you can go this way. And yeah, it brings you right back to the room with the statue. And you see this resplendent statue of Kanipo that you now looks nothing like the actual Kanipo. It's much more muscular and strong. And then from there, the key tugs you to the exit. And we'll be back right after this break.
Still relying on digital dice rollers for your random number generating needs? There has to be a better way. Now, there is. With the new Glass Cannon Podcast Campaign 2 cast dice sets, you can generate random numbers right on the table. No more hassling with smartphone apps or programs on the internet. No more judgmental stares from the Matthews of the world. And now when you meet that special someone out at the club on a Friday night and they ask you if you own any sets of gemstone dice, you can say yes on your way to Sextown. Get your Glass Cannon Podcast Campaign 2 cast dice set today at glasscannonnetwork.com/store. But order now, quantities are extremely limited. Except for Joe Dice. We have plenty of Joe Dice.
Indignant burning the fires of Orc, and Boston's angel cried aloud as they flew from the dark night.
And we're back. I should show you a picture of old Ubid Edge.
Oh yeah, we saw this last time.
I forgot about the loincloth.
Picking my tooth with a feather. Loincloth covers my book. Still not sure what that word means.
We will teach you.
Yes.
He really is so stinking cute.
Hello.
You've heard him speak and you still say that.
I want to bring him home.
They've played with me for too long to enjoy me.
Hubert to me is an octopus to Troy, I think. I'm like, this is perfect.
This is what I want.
This is what I want in my house.
And I'm going to be in
can't
this
have a
campaign
hedgehog.
for 1 year before I die.
You can have a hedgehog as a pet.
In real life?
Yeah.
I want it in the game, though.
Is it more expensive or less expensive than an octopus?
I don't know. Maybe less.
We'll have to do more research.
I'll Google.
Look at that. It's pulling you outside. Dangerous out there. Dangerous. I might be able to help you a little bit, but...
Should probably wait. I think Brother Ramius is still sleeping.
Oh, is that his name?
And I feel like...
He's your brother?
No.
No.
You just
No.
call him like...
Well,
brother.
he's a
He's a member
priest.
of a religious order.
And I don't feel like defining all these words for you right now.
Like he knows what religion
He doesn't know what book was, so why would you know what priest is?
know.
Brother.
You'll learn to love books.
I had a brother once. Yeah. Dead.
That's
What's
nice.
his name?
What happened to your family?
Oh, my brother's... he was Harry Hedge.
What happened to all your family? You mentioned they're all gone.
The world out there is pretty awful. Lifespan is usually about 4 years tops.
How old are you?
I'm 17. Yep.
Oh.
Gonna get me license soon.
License for what?
To operate heavy machine.
Your forklift
jigger loader?
license.
Drive a backhoe. Yep. Start a new life.
Class C. Heavy
Class C license.
Hubert.
Yes? Asta.
I never told you my name.
Oh, but you got it there on a name tag.
You're right. Should take this off.
Honestly, I heard them call you Asta when your brother was trying to heal you.
Ah, of course. Hubert, when we leave,
Yes.
which we are going to do once Brother Ramius wakes up,
Don't recommend it. Yeah.
we have to.
Okay.
Would you like to come with us?
I would love that.
You're also welcome to live here in this house, and it would be yours.
Yeah, no, this place does have a certain charm. Could do some redecorating.
You could live here, actually, Talitha.
You could be the lord of this manor.
Well, I'm a bit torn, right? Because
Lord Hubert.
that does have a nice ring.
King
Earl Hedge.
Brother Hubert.
Brother Hubert.
Am I saying
is
that one correctly?
Nice.
I just feel like I'm a bit torn, right? Because out there it's terrible, but yet anything's better than being alone. So even if we were to go out there and get, torn apart by a windstorm, at least I would have perished with people around me. But if you're not interested in staying here and starting a new life, I'll go with you. Sure. Thank you for offering. It's so long since I talked to anybody.
Well, you're free to go.
I mean, I'm getting mixed signals. Not sure what you want.
I just
do.
want you to be aware that you can leave if you like.
Well, Asta pulls Buggles aside.
And I just want you to be aware that this is a house. You can have it entirely at your
I get
disposal.
that. I get that.
Invite
Listen,
anyone you wish to come
I
live
know
with
that
you.
we're not the biggest. She turns her back to Hubert.
We all turn
I know
away.
that we're not the biggest fan of the hedgehog, but he seems like he knows his way around the thin lands, and we don't, and we're stuck here, right?
And Buggles, I have to ask, do you think maybe you're being a little jealous that a small, adorable little guy is going to also hang out with us?
I'm the cute one.
I know, Buggles. you are the cute one.
I could get a little hat.
No. You don't
Is that what you want?
You don't
wear a
have to
hat.
get a little hat. You have a
Get
little
a
hood.
filthy loincloth and
No.
talk in a stupid voice.
No, Buggles. No one wants that. You are perfect. I just don't want to see this absolutely dumb fuck hedgehog die.
What's that?
One
Talking
second.
about somebody else.
Oh, sorry.
1 second.
Why'd you call me a dumb?
He's clearly so.
Somebody else.
He's not capable, Buggles. He's not powerful like you.
Yes.
He's gonna die.
We think.
So fast.
What are you guys talking about?
Now that you point these facts out,
So
I
stupid.
I do pity him.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Like, morally, we have to help him.
We've decided it's our moral obligation to let you come with us.
I'll take it.
Great.
Brother Talitha.
And our first
that.
order of
I didn't
business
know my name.
Doing
is
that right?
sleeping in here.
Brother Tilly.
Well, so yes, you look a little worse for the wear, and out there it's only going to get harder. So maybe we rest in here. Look at that thing, and it's like glowing green now.
Oh, it's glowing now?
Yeah, it's glowing.
Does it seem to be pulling more intensely?
The tugging has got a little bit more intense, and there was a faint glow at first that has now become much larger. Rest would be smart, and then we can go start our new lives out there. I'm gonna miss Susan, but maybe we'll run afoul of her. We'll see what happens. Excited to be amongst my new brothers.
All right, let's rest.
Yeah. Should we go back to Brother Ramius, or we rest right here by the front door?
Let's rest right here and let him think that we abandoned him.
Oh, that's funny. That's a funny joke. See, that's a good joke.
We replaced him with this hedgehog friend.
I like that joke.
Brother Amos, you wake up alone
In the dark.
beneath the
Awful.
throne room.
I actually
Shit.
When we do rest, Buggles he's gonna try to either like on his watch or whatever, like try to stealthily go over to Ramius, and he's going to try without waking him to put the harmonica, slide it into his pocket.
Oh.
The harmonica that I took. I ended up.
The maestro's
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Charms bit, the one that he wanted, I slide it into his pocket.
Right, so I imagine you guys go back towards the throne room. There's several beds in this place, so there's plenty of places to sleep.
Take the floor.
And Buckles, you walk over and slide it in his pocket. Not gonna have you roll stealth because he's asleep.
Very tired.
Yeah.
Utterly exhausted.
He abandoned the adventure rather than.
And then you perform a coup de grace.
He slides the harmonica into his pocket and then slits his throat.
Produces a halberd. All right, and Hubert snores loudly. Harry! Harry!
I'm pulling my hood down over what's left of my ears. I was trying to sleep.
I knew the second you mentioned him in the cage, 3 episodes ago, maybe even 2 episodes ago, just setting up the scene that this was going to be a nightmare. He is growing on me, though. It is good to have a denizen of the realm.
I will say,
for
he's
sure.
entirely unhelpful and knows nothing.
He
But
doesn't know
So
about
far.
books, and
He might know something about the
Once we're
creatures we
outside.
discover and
Right.
He did say that the one creature we
Ankas?
Aka?
Ankus.
Yeah. Ankus.
Ankos.
All
Thank you.
we have, and to be fair, this hasn't reached. What was that guy? Who's that guy in Strange Aeons that we met? That was truly the worst.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I forget his name.
Was it the Helium? It was the Helium comedy club.
that
we
started-
Yeah, it was.
Helium.
That's right. It was on the tree.
He's come
the,
back.
like giant tree.
Can't remember.
we met the hunter he loved or he was obsessed with.
Yeah, Nestor Bindley.
And,
Nestor
Bindley!
Oh!
that was the worst.
There's a bit of Nestor, there's a bit of Tumsy here.
All right. Do we wake up
Tumsy. right.
undisturbed?
You do wake up undisturbed.
right.
And in fact, you wake up to the smell of something being cooked.
Oh.
And whoever's first to rise sees Hubert just like messing with some of the ingredients that were in the reproduction lab. You think looks like there's some greens and whatnot. And he's like, "Oh, look at this! I've made some breakfast. If you're interested, there's some of the stuff they had here in the lab is good stuff. Just need to know how to cook it and whatnot. So I made some breakfast. If you're feeling a bit peckish."
Oh, Hubert, that is very kind.
Oh,
Lovely.
that's the least I can do.
What did you make?
Oh, this is greens and this is reds.
Asta sniffs it. What does it smell like?
It's a little pungent, but he eats it, no problem.
Pungent like a mushroom?
It really smells bad. It smells like
Oh.
dirt. It smells like dirt.
You know what? Thanks. I like to fast in the morning.
Oh, all right.
So
Asta digs in,
Did you make
hands.
fasting? Yes. Yeah.
Could be rough out there. Might be better to go out on a full stomach. Or you do you. I'm not offended either way. I'm just going to eat my greens and reds.
Buggles watches Asta carefully.
Yeah, we all
to see
stare at Asta.
What effect the food has on her.
You eat it. It tastes horrible. But you don't feel... you don't
She
feel any
pulls out
worse for the
a
way.
string of green.
Talitha puts a little bit of the hot sauce she carries with her on it.
It has like the texture.
Hot sauce in her
She's
bag.
one of those people.
It has the texture of seaweed, but the taste of like a mound of dirt.
She turns quietly to the
Could
group.
have just gone with seaweed.
It tastes like dirt. I've eaten a lot of dirt.
So, what do you think?
I think it's fantastic.
Oh,
Yes.
thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hubert.
Thank you, my
Thank you.
brothers.
I was so hungry. I had to eat it.
Yes. Did you like the reds?
Yes, I had to eat it.
Yeah, you can't have the greens without the reds.
Yes.
My mother always
That's what I.
used to
That's
say.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yep. Put spikes on your chest. Is it right?
Hubert, you know,
You have no spikes
we
in your
have,
chest.
Oh, look at that. Guess I need to eat some more reds.
Hubert, in our brief time here, we've
Yes.
met no one friendly,
Oh,
or even in the slightest bit interested in helping us at all.
well, they say you attract people to you based on the way that you project energy into the world. So it could be, Brother Amius, that you have been projecting negativity into the world, and that's why negative people have been attracted to you.
Oh, that is an interesting observation and very likely. However, your time here outside of the stump, you said was very dangerous. Did you have any allies beyond your immediate family.
Oh, there's Susan, of course. She was a true rock in my life, as it were. Beyond
sentient.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
I don't think he knows what that means.
Very, very sentient.
Asta whispers to Talitha, he gives me big, like, Montessori vibes.
Very
just
sentient.
like a upbringing that I don't understand.
She was just so sentient.
So
I don't
levels
think
of
you're right.
Yes.
He doesn't know what
He knows a
sentient.
lot
She was
about
so
specific
sentient.
things.
So sentient.
None
Yeah.
about other things.
Yeah,
Understands
important stuff.
energy and
You think they'd know about it?
a book.
Beyond Susan, none.
Beyond Susan,
No allies, no friends. And
my father died when I was very young, and then my mom when I was a teenager, and then Harry, just sort of lost Harry. They said, and then I met Susan and whatnot.
What
That was
about
pretty much it.
what about of these creatures that you did say were dangerous? This anko.
Anchors? Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah, lots of terrible fey creatures. Anchors are just one of them.
Well,
They
what
fly.
is that? Could you
they're-
describe it?
They look like flying, skeletal, flaming, horrible things. Flying, skeletal, flaming, horrible things. They're all over the first world. You gotta
they-
watch out for them. They will just tear you apart.
Do they affect your mind? Or do they simply pull your body apart?
I think they just tear at you. They're hungry, you know.
Do they
That's-
come in flocks, or they? Do you find them alone ever?
I think they're mostly alone, but all it takes is one of them. They're very large.
Very
They
large.
could kill all of us.
As large as me.
No, much bigger than you, brother.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're like if it took all 5 of you and put you together, and it would be like twice the size of that.
What?
Can I roll a check to see if I recognize this creature from what
Yeah.
he's saying? What he's saying?
This would be knowledge, recall, what occult maybe?
Occultism?
Yeah.
Natural 4.
Yeah.
12. All right. Shall we follow the track of the
still
key?
glowing?
Oh yeah, what's the key looking like?
Now that you're back in the throne room, less glowing, less tug, but still a tug and a faint glow. So
Let's go to the exit.
almost like warmer.
And you say the key is trying to lead you out of this place.
It seems so. If I quote unquote follow it, it's getting stronger and glowing and then lifting
Interesting.
more.
I feel we have to put our faith in it.
I'm going to pursue. Yes, I know I messed up on pursue a lead. And that whole thing I was setting up for months and months. I didn't follow through on. However, I'm going to pursue a new lead, and one of those leads is going to be the Shadewither key.
Okay, so anything to do with the Shadewither key, you'll get a bone.
Boom.
Okay.
So
A good shade with a bone.
Shadewither boom.
Yeah.
So can we go back to the exit and set out and follow the key?
Now keep in mind, the anchors are just one thing, so keep your eye on the skies. Don't want those coming down.
Yes, what
But
else?
you also got to look all around. There's just terrible things out there. Sometimes the air itself can be very stifling.
Can
and
you
that's when
describe even one of these creatures in detail so that we may be better prepared to defend ourselves should we come across one of these wild creatures?
There's these little things we call gumbos. They're little gumbos, and they're about my size, but they usually travel in packs of 8, 9, 10. And they can spit this green stuff at you. And if you see that happen and don't breathe. You don't want to breathe that in. Make you real sick.
Is it poisonous?
I guess so. But gumbos, they're horrible. And then there's millipods. Millipods, real nasty. Only about this big, right? But if they bite you, you die.
Oh.
Yeah, so you got to watch out for millipods.
Oh.
Where do they live?
They live everywhere. They're in the ground and all around you. And then there's jackwanglers. Don't forget the jackwanglers.
Did you
Those
name all
are
of these?
nasty. No, this was Mama told me about. The jackwanglers. They can both fly and go invisible. So they're pretty nasty, and they like to choke you with their clawed hands. And sometimes if they choke you for a long enough time, they'll dig their claws right into your neck, and you probably tend to die from that as well. You know, this is why I live in a hole, and why this tree is going to be a real nice place. Just throwing that option out there. If you don't want to venture out into the world, we could just start a new society here in the tree. It'd be really fun.
I think
Right. We're going to follow the
we have
key.
to.
Yeah.
You smoothies are crazy.
Like 2 of us will focus on following the key.
You are some weird smoothies.
Like Talitha, obviously, because you're doing the. What did you just say you were doing with the key?
Pursuing a lead.
Pursuing a lead with it, and then like, can we have some people focusing on like looking around us?
Yeah, I mean, Asta has her katana out, and she is...
Exploration mode activities?
Yeah, maybe I'm like bringing up the rear, like walking backward,
one person
forward
at the sky.
every so often. I'm looking at
the ground.
The ground because I have a melee weapon.
Okay. So you leave the confines of Kanipo's court. You're back outside, and you remember there was like all those thick trees and that owl creature, and that sort of owl monkey or whatever was pulling you into the branches. You see that its corpse is still on the ground, but it's like not fossilized, but its remains look like way more time has passed than has actually passed. It's only been 2 days since that fight, maybe 3, and it looks like it's been dead for 10, 15 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, look at this. Don't like it out here. It's nice to get some fresh air, but what's your key there telling you to do?
She looks down at the key and lets it guide her.
Now that you're outside, it's gone fully horizontal. And it's just pulsating with this green glow, pulling you back out. So if you follow the key, you get back out onto that long pathway. But now it's not a long, straight path. It's windy. Now, do you remember before it was windy, and then as you got on it, it got straighter and straighter and straighter, like it was pulling you towards the tree? Now it's all windy again, and the entire landscape, while there are some things that are familiar to it, remember you saw a mountain range that collapsed and then a tree grew, like you see that mountain range, but everything just looks different. And the key is tugging you off in the direction of this dark forest. And the trees look like they're made out of coal. No leaves, but so thick that it doesn't even look like there's a pathway. That doesn't look like a good place to go, but if you're listening to the key, seems like that's where it's taking you.
I mean, this is our only chance out of here that we know of.
No place, no way out, but sure, yeah, you can certainly try.
I think we have to. And Asta just readies her katana and keeps like kind of sidestepping while looking in the forest. Yes. Every crack of every branch, it's just like...
Yes, let's keep our eyes open, shall we? Follow the key.
Key is now pulling at your neck. If you were to pull it backwards, there'd be like a line around your neck where it's pulling you. The green getting brighter and brighter as you step into this horrible, otherworldly forest. The trees are, certainly nothing like Kanipo's tree fortress, but they're so thick, and even there are no leaves at top, all the branches form this canopy where it's darkness. Do you want to try and do some magical light to counteract this?
It's not dim light, it's darkness.
Darkness.
Yeah, so then
I can't see.
So is it's just permanent nighttime?
Yeah,
outside?
Permanent nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah, he will cast an orb of light over Asta that sort of like ties itself to her, lashes itself to her, and will go wherever she goes. And then he'll do the same on Zephyr, and another bulb begins to follow her, and then another on Talitha, and then the same on himself. So 4 different globes of light, all shedding in 20 feet, bright, 20 feet dim, on each of the 4 of us.
And what the effect it has in this world is that it gives you 20 feet dim and then nothing beyond.
Nothing beyond.
But that's enough to at least see your way. While this thing is pulling you, you can try and navigate your body to its, like if it's going like this and maybe like slightly going this way, you can navigate your body, but there's still no path. You guys are like passing through branches and having to like slide through as the branches are grasping at your skin.
Can I do a survival check?
Yeah.
Brother Ramius wants to look at the ground we're passing through and see if there's any sign of tracks or anyone else having passed through this.
Yeah.
This
What's your survival? I'll give it a roll.
+8.
Ooh.
Nothing. It seems like
no one has passed.
No one has ever been here before. Even you know that can't be true. Hubert pipes up. He's like, "Oh, never been in here. Always was told not to go. Although you don't have to worry about the Enkos or any flying creatures in here. would be hard to attack from above, so that's good. That's very good.
It's the millipods and the jackanapes?
Yeah, jack wranglers, millipods, yep. Then you hear like, oh, yeah, that's not good.
What is that?
It's not good. Don't know.
Let's keep moving. Keep moving.
We could always go back to the tree and you look. You're not too far into the forest and you look, and Kanipo's tree seems much farther away than it was when you came in. Oh.
No going back, Hubert. We must move forward.
All right. You keep pressing forward, following this key as it tugs you through these branches. And eventually you see the terrain in the area changes up ahead, opens up, and looks eerily familiar to all of you. You arrive at Seven Arches. The real Seven Arches. I mean, at least it looks identical to what you remember. Whether it's some simulation or some sort of shadowy version of
Upside
the real
down.
thing. It's impossible to determine. I mean, you certainly wasn't you weren't in a forest like this, but there it is. It looks exactly like you remember it. And as you draw nearer to these arches, you were the first one to notice that the largest arch starts to hum.
I thought these weren't functional.
Perhaps they are here.
With the key.
The key.
Is it still dark? If we look back, are there still woods?
Still darkness behind you. You've got that dim light around you. Those of you with dark vision can see fine, but you're seeing everything in black and white outside of the dim light bulbs.
Yeah, but the coloring that we're seeing in the dim light, is it that same muted
It's very muted,
coloring?
yeah.
Okay.
Not so much the black and white that Buggles sees, but just like absence of color.
But it looks different than the Seven Arches where we were in terms of the coloring of the landscape.
Right.
And also, just so we're clear, the real Seven Arches was where the unicorn, Bolon, that was not the one in town. We're talking about in the woods. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you see here.
Oh, we see the real ones.
The real ones, yeah.
Oh,
you're not
okay.
back at the town. You're not back at the fake Seven
Okay.
Arches. You're back at the real ones.
Where the ritual was taken.
It looks identical.
We step into the center. What happens?
You start to walk closer. All of a sudden, the arch begins to glow with the same color that is coming off the key. This like faint green glow that gets brighter and brighter the closer you get to that arch. And the archway itself starts to crackle.
I think we can leave.
Yes, based on what Hubert's told us, it would be advisable. Hopefully this... Well, I mean, we've all been through Ayadara.
Yeah.
Do these fun...
I haven't. It's just new to me.
Yes. It did. Last time we went, it did have a curious effect on all of us. Just warning you. But can we see through you said it's
About
static?
that later. You look and you don't see anything on the other side, but as you do get closer, light begins to cascade down the archway, coalescing into an opaque, shimmering jade green veil. And it looks like there's something beyond it, but it's not like looking at a picture in a storybook. Like it feels like there's a world beyond, but this jade green veil obscures what's beyond.
I think whatever is on the other side is better than here.
I agree. My concern is if all it took was to walk in here with the Shadebreather key and it would take us back to the material plane, Kanipo didn't do it.
He also...
Maybe he wasn't worthy. They weren't worthy.
They also implied that we were stuck here. If they knew it was so simple, why would they say such a thing?
Hubert, have you ever you've never been in here before? You've never encountered this space?
No, never seen anything like it. Never seen archways or anything like this, but I agree with your friend here. Wherever that door goes, he's better than here.
But it may not be the material plane. Just
maybe somewhere else.
Maybe
anything is better than the thin lines.
Do we know that we can step through ahead of the key?
Or all at once?
Should we try?
Ahead of the key. Sure, Asta.
Asta very
Would you like to go?
daintily puts her hand up to the gate while Zephyr is there with the key to see if it's tangible at this time, or if you need the key to walk through it.
Yeah, you walk up to it, and every step that Zephyr takes closer to it, it glows, it's louder, the green gets brighter, it lights up the whole area around it, just washing everything in this Oz-like green glow. And you put your hand on it, and it's almost as if it's tugging you towards it. You have to forcibly pull away. And the archway is wide enough that all of you could walk through semi-simultaneously.
Everyone, if we're going to do this, we should lash ourselves together.
Yeah. Wizard of Oz
link
style.
arms.
Wizard of Oz style.
I'll hold the little guy.
Hubert's on the end with Buggle.
He perches himself up straight, thinking he's taller than Buggle.
Shall we do this?
Together.
Let us pass through.
Wait. He turns. Susan! If you can hear me, I'll always love you. Ready?
1,
2, 3.
And through.
You step through. And immediately upon passing through, humid air just slaps you in the face like a hot towel. You look around, and surrounding you is just verdant jungle.
Oh,
Nothing.
it's Castrovel.
I was wondering. I'm like, did we?
Castrovel.
Nothing like the shadowy Thinlands or the more temperate Wildwood where Asta is from. The trees are huge, sprawling affairs, and the air shivers with chittering insects and hooting beasts. As you step through, you look back and see that you're standing beneath another archway. It's like an old stone archway. There's runes emblazoned on it. And the portal just winks out.
And I look at the key. Is it? Can I turn it back on?
Key just goes. And we'll see you next week.
God, another, could it be? Another planet?
Yeah,
That would be so cool.
We went back to the material plane, all right.
There goes my backup character idea.